Preach on, brother.
And so I love like thinking about like community outreaches and things like that. So here's 3 just like real simple community outreaches that you could like start like after you listen to this podcast, connect with like your other leaders and plan one. One is a teacher appreciation drops. What we did is I would find like a local school and talk and I try to call the principal and say, hey, how many teachers and faculty members are in your school? How many how many people are like employed by the school, right? And then once you get that number, whether it's 40 or 60 or whatever, find like a dozen people in your church to have good handwriting. And then like chat GPT a little script
So
and be
probably not any of the pastors.
probably not any of the pastors or doctors, right? And like just like say like, hey, you're gonna buy for them a bunch of like stationery. Maybe it could be church stationery or it could just be a generic like thank you card, and just write like something that's just like, hey, we're praying for you. We're rooting for you. We hope you finish well. We hope you go through this season, whatever. And like, just write an encouraging card. And then somewhere in your community, whether that's Chick-fil-A, whether that's a taco place, whether that's Starbucks, try to see if you can get as many up to the number of people in that school gift cards donated. Now, if you can budget for it, just budget for it and be like, okay, what's $5 times 60 people? Then budget that. But like I have found, like if I call Chick-fil-A and say, hey, I'm doing like a teacher appreciation thing, I need this many entree cards. They'll oftentimes either give it to you for free, or you could say, hey, I'll give you $250. Can you give me however many entree cards? And they'll work out with you. And now you're giving them a thank you card with a little gift card in it. And those teachers will love you and appreciate that. Second thing we do, that you could do, is a like, first responders breakfast. Now, don't overthink this. This is very simple. Find like a EMT place, a firefighter, a police station.
Oh, what? Bring donuts to cops?
Wow.
Real cool, dude.
Hey, I've talked to many cops.
They don't
like
hate
donuts. They don't hate it. They don't mind the stereotype.
Do you know who else doesn't hate donuts? Me.
Andrew. Yeah. But if you don't want to be the stereotype of getting donuts, you can also just get bagels. Like go to Panera or like a bagel place, and just like ask whoever you can, commander or some admins, like, hey, we're this church. We want to drop this off just to appreciate you guys. Put a little letter saying you appreciate them, and what's going to happen is those people are going to appreciate this church because you've cared for them. Like at Lakeview, almost every week that like there's no one on property, there was like police officers just parked in the parking lot, just as a way of like, that's where they're going to park as they're waiting for their next assignment or whatever they're going to do next. And having a police officer sit in your church's parking lot is free security, but it's like a good thing. It's just, this is a win-win, and it helps your community. And you may very well have some first responders in your church, so track them down and find out where they serve. And then
here's the thing about hitting a fire station. We've got a fire station a block and a half from here. On every fire shift, it is usually a rookie's job to make the meal for the 24-hour shift. And so when you are delivering a meal to the fire station, it's not, I mean, they're all going to eat anyway. That's part of what they do at the fire station. But what you're doing is you're going to the lowest man on the totem pole and saying, I got you.
Yeah.
Like it's a blessing to whoever is on shift during that 24-hour period, but it is a specific blessing to the rookie who kind of gets dumped on all shift anyway until the next guy gets hired, which might be years depending on the fire station. So it is a huge blessing to that person that is trying to work their way up, who's probably taking on the extra overtime, who's not getting paid as much as everybody else is on the shift. You are making their 24-hour period significantly easier.
Yeah. One last idea. We used to do this in Milwaukee. The city that we were in had this like city-wide cleanup day. We would find out what day that was and then have a bunch of volunteers sign up and just go be a part of it. If your neighborhood or city doesn't have that, this isn't hard. Just pick a day in the fall that you think the weather will be nice. Buy a bunch of like industrial sized trash bags, and if you can afford it, those like picker upper things, and like send your people out and say, hey, for the next hour and a half, you're just gonna roam these parts of the map, and maybe you map it out and say this group is gonna go east, this group's gonna go north, whatever, and like just clean up trash, and then you bring them back to the church. If you are a church that has like nice big dumpsters, just dump them in there. Or what you could do is find someone with a pickup truck, put all the bags in the back of the pickup truck, and tell them to take it over to the city dump. This is an easy win, and then you can end that whole project with like a meal or something afterwards. This is like a super easy service project that if you give everyone wearing, the church t-shirts, it will win you goodwill with your community. Because what community doesn't want to be beautified, right? Like people, like there's everyone knows that like one part of your town where like there's a piece of trash on the side of the road that's been there for like 3 months and no one's picked it up. Like
That person put the couch out and no one picked it up.
Yeah,
and it
yeah, yeah.
rained. Then there were 3 hurricanes and the couch is somehow still there.
Yeah.
Tim's roof got blown off, but that old couch didn't move.
Ouch.
Yeah, as you're walking down as people are walking down in people's communities and you're picking up trash, the community is going to notice, and they might even say, "What are you guys doing?" "Oh, we're from this church. We're picking it up." Del, did you have an idea that you want to share?